Hello, my name is Victory Nkuka. You're welcome to this channel. If this is the first time you are seeing my face or watching my videos, I will encourage you to please subscribe to this channel because you're going to learn lots of useful information that will help you on your relocation journey, and also what will help you settle when you travel abroad, and most especially when you are relocating to the UK. So if these are the content you want to learn much about, consider subscribing, hit the notification button so you'll be notified when I make other videos. In this particular video, I've made up some information regarding what the essential things you need to pack when you are coming over to the UK or when you are traveling overseas in general, whether you're moving to the UK, Canada, or as the case may be, and also what not to pack. And the third series talked about the essential things you need to pack. If you're watching this is the first series, make sure you look out for the other two series. So for today's video, we are going to be focusing on the essential things you need to pack. Please grab your pen, sit down and take your notes. Use it as a checklist so you don't regret not bringing some essential things you need to bring. So let's get started. First, I will talk about what you need to pack in your hand luggage or backpack. These two bags are the ones that you are carrying alongside with you when you are boarding the plane. Then later on, I'll talk about the essential things you need to pack in your check-in bags. So let's start with the first. The first thing you need to pack in your hand luggage or your backpack are your documents. The original documents, the necessary documents you use to secure your visa, and as well as very core documents that you have. For instance, your school leaving certificates, as well as different certificates you've acquired at different points of your life, and they are very important to you. You need to carry them along with you. There's only leaving them in your home country. Where are you leaving them for? So you need to carry them alongside with you, and please put them in your hand luggage. It's very important. Then the second thing you need to put there is your gadgets, your mobile phones. If you're a student, you don't need to come over and start looking for how to buy some of these things and what you know you will need for your learning. For instance, your phones, your laptop, please come with them if you have them. If you don't have them, that's another. If you have them, come with them. It saves you a lot of stress, mostly in your first few months of coming over to the UK or traveling overseas in general. Then the third thing I would say is that I don't actually advise you putting foodstuffs in your hand luggage. For instance, when I was relocating to the UK, I put some foodstuffs. I think I put ogbono because I'm from Nigeria. You know what ogbono is. I put some of those foodstuffs in the hand luggage. And my check-in officer, the first officer I met at the check-in point, she just said, no, just clothes. I don't want to see any foodstuffs in your hand luggage. Yeah, so there's no need putting foodstuffs. Leave the foodstuffs for your check-in bags, okay? Just carry some essential things you need and some things you know that you need handy. For instance, your notebook and pen, because you may be required to write one or two things. You won't want to be opening your box up and down, so you can just use that. So that's for it. Then another thing I would say is that in your backpack, that's the one you're carrying in your bag, that you may consider carrying processed food. When I mean processed solid foods, like nuts, granules. For bread lovers like me, I carried bread in that bag because you may not like the food you are being served. That's the truth. You may not like the food you'll be served in the plane, in the international plane, and so you can easily just grab those things and eat instead of staying hungry all through your flight. So I kept those ones and I was allowed to carry them in. There may be restrictions with water and some liquid, but however, don't be so scared. They are against you have water to take. The hostess, they are going to serve you water when you get into your plane. Yeah. So another thing I will encourage you to put into your backpack, and you can consider putting some hygienic products. For instance, your toothbrush, your toothpaste, your sponge. Some of these bags, don't carry much of it. Just the essential ones you need within that first few weeks before you know where you can get other things. So enable you to, definitely you want to look good, so you can carry some of those essential things like that inside your backpack. Now let's move over to what you need to put in your check-in bag. The first thing on this list are your foodstuff. I cannot overemphasize on it. Please, you need to carry foodstuff. Don't carry too much though, so that you don't have to pay for extra luggage, but please carry the essential foodstuffs. And a tip in carrying foodstuff is that you should focus on buying the locally consumed one. You know, when you're relocating from, don't some of those food that you really eat in your home country, you should focus on getting some of them. And you can, for instance, I relocated from Nigeria, and I know the local foods we eat. So when I came over here, there are many, you will see some of those things, but there are others. You may find them. For instance, the egusi I found here was not the same. Should I say the same species, or it wasn't just the same? I can't explain, but it wasn't the same. So some of these things are things you can focus on getting. Your dry leaves, if you're a lover of snail, you can dry your snail and bring it just like that. So you can try to get lots of dried foodstuffs. Another thing about foodstuff is, please, while you are packing, and most especially when you are coming alone and you don't know, so you are not coming to stay in somebody's house, like when literally you are coming to stay in a temporary accommodation of which you don't even know anybody here, please try to come with an emergency foodstuff. For instance, for me, I landed UK, I think about 6 o'clock thereabout. At that Heathrow, I landed Heathrow. Before I got to my temporary accommodation, it was almost 8, within 8 and 9. I was so tired, I was exhausted. The thing that stayed me that night, and I was hungry as well, was the indomie I carried. So I had to quickly make noodles. So you can consider bringing some of this food that you can eat. I know somebody who just, the loaf of bread that the person carried, the person just started eating it. I know bread eaters because I'm one as well. So at least these things will save you for that first day. You don't sleep hungry and maybe have nightmares. I didn't say that, but something. So please, you can consider carrying some of this food that you can easily, fast emergency food that you can make without so much stress on your part. That's for foodstuff. Then the other thing we encourage you to bring when you're coming to the UK, please try to get your hair products and skincare products. Now for the hair product, let's talk about for the ladies. Please try to make your hair before coming. It's going to save you some pounds. Hair making here is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. Whether you're coming to relax your hair or you're just coming to work, it's not cheap. Please try and make your hair before coming, and make lots of wig. It's going to save you. My first year in the UK, I literally used wig. I made hair before coming. When I lose that, I just started using wig. At least you can still look good without spending so much. So you may not have factored in the budget of making hair, like say 70 pounds. You won't just want to use that money to make hair. So just try and make lots of wig before coming. You won't regret it, I tell you, you won't. Then another thing you can bring is your hair extensions. Just bring some. You can get them to buy hair, but for me, I didn't get so much of those hair extensions. I make sure I got some of these handmade because I was a lover of crochet. So I made some of these my handmade crochet, and I came with them, and it really lasted me. For me, coming with pregnancy, first of all, the stress of working with pregnancy and everything, let alone trying to carry myself to one place. So I was just my crochet was just there to make me feel good, yeah, for a long time, without sitting down to make my hair for long, even after I've settled. So these are things you should come with. And also your hair products. There are some particular hair products you use in your country that it may be so confined to them. And if these things are good for your hair, try to come with them, because you may not get them to buy on time here. And if at all, you will see it. And for the men, some people come with their clippers. If you can make your hair, if you can barb your hair yourself, kudos to you, because you save some pounds when you come into the UK, and also you save some dollars if you're traveling to the US or Canada. Please try and come with your clipper, and also maybe your shaving cream. You can do that. Then for skincare products, mostly when you are using organic, you may not easily get this organic, although there are some online vendors, but it's still going to be very expensive to purchase from them because they are going to have their shipping costs. So you can come with those on, so that your skin will not come and start reacting to the type of cream and soaps they have here. But for me, my body cream was Nivea, so I just came with one, and I got lots more to buy here. It's just everywhere, yeah, so you need to consider that as well. Then another thing you need to put in your checking bag are your essential drugs. Like I said earlier, I came in pregnant, so when I saw my doctor, he prescribed some multivitamins for me. I brought them, and I brought my prescription. So if you're taking some essential drugs, for instance, you are being managed for hypertension, please come with your drugs. It's not going to be easy. You can't see GP the following day. You need to do registration. You need to wait for your registration to come through, and you also need this. You need to book appointment. There's just so much process. Please, at least if you can come with the drug that will last you 1 to 2 months before you settle all these things, you'll be on the safer side. You can also consider coming with some of these over-the-counter drugs like paracetamol. The truth is, you get some of these things to buy here, but in UK there are some drugs that prescription only. It's not just in the UK, in the US as well. Without prescription, no pharmacy is going to sell it to you, no matter what you say you are feeling. So that's the reason why you need to see your doctor, pick up your prescription, can come with those medication when you are coming. Another thing I brought, which was very helpful, was this. I brought a sewing kit, a sewing bag. I wish I would have just showed it to you now. Yeah, so I brought a sewing. When I was coming, I brought this sewing kit. It had my thread, it had zip, it had buttons. It saved me a lot. So because as little as you're just going to, your clothes got torn like this and you're taking it, you're going to spend a lot for it. So sometimes if you have this kit, you can easily just tidy it yourself. Then another thing I want to say is you can come with essential clothes. Don't say because people say clothes are not essential, you just come with one. When you don't know if you'll be able to go and buy the following day, do you understand? So just come with essential clothes. Consider the season you are coming in. For instance, if you are coming in summer, it's a bit warm. If you are coming in autumn, it's getting cold already. If you are coming in spring, it's just in between. But for me, spring is still cold. Then if you are coming in winter, winter is very cold. But you don't need to buy too much of these clothes. Just get few of them. When you come here, you'll be able to get clothes that will suit the weather. And there are many options you have here that can make you buy clothes even at affordable prices. So don't waste so much on buying clothes, shoes. No, don't try and shop because you are coming to the UK. You shop here. And also, but another thing I will encourage you to buy, if you have your native attires, try and bring them over, because you get more of English clothes to buy here. When you relocate, you won't have many native, and if you see the native and it's maybe expensive, so try and come with them, the ones you can come with, and mostly the lightweight ones, just try and come with them as well. That's for clothing. Then kitchen utensils, some people say, should I come with pot, should I come with this is actually not necessary to come with, because you see them to buy here, and some houses are furnished, they already have those things in the house. But however, for me, I'm a lover of eba. If you're from Africa, you know what eba is. I came with my turning stick because I said I don't know if I will see a place to buy so soon. And one of my friends who is a foodie, I won't mention her name, but she knows herself if she's watching this video, she told me to come with it as well. So I came with my turning stick, and it helped me as well. So because the another thing is that it was lightweight. It was something that it's not going to add to the weight of my bag like that. So I just slipped it in like that. So that's for some of the things you need to come with. And if you have any question regarding this, feel free to use the comment section, or maybe you are not clear about what you should come with, what you should not come with. Just use the comment section. I'll be happy to clarify. And the last thing I will say is money. Please try to convert some. If you're coming to the UK, try to convert to some pounds, because you may need this before you open your account. That's if you don't have a domiciliary account. If you have a domiciliary account, that's fine. You can be able to make transactions. But if you don't have a domiciliary account and you don't even have an ATM to that account, just try to convert some so that you hold some physical cash to make some quick expenses before you open your bank account. Also, to add, this video is first in this series, and I've made another one explaining what you shouldn't pack, what you shouldn't even put in your bag at all when you are coming to the UK. And I think it's something that you want to see. Please try to look out for that video in my channel. And also, the third one is traveling tips that will make you travel with ease without stress on your part. Please watch out for these videos and try to watch them, and I'm sure you learn a lot from them as well. If you have any question, like I said, do well to use the comment section. I'll be more than happy to help you. And if you found this video insightful, informative, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Till I make the next video, bye.